Rich here, Single Malt and Maps Reviews, the Static V sleeping pad. So we're out here on I'm going to call it a winter trip. It's mid-November. It's going to be below freezing tonight. And I purchased a insulated Static V RECON sleeping pad from Klymit. This sleeping pad is 24 ounces in weight. Not too concerned about the weight on a winter trip because I'm not going to be carrying a bag on my back for kilometers and kilometers. It is supposed to have a 4.4 R value, which from what I've seen from looking at different sleeping pads is pretty high. I'll sleep on it tonight right on the ground with a tarp underneath us, and we'll see if it keeps my back warm. This one, the RECON, I believe, just signifies the color. So this is a military ready sort of tan color. I really didn't care what color it was. This one just happened to be a little bit cheaper than the oranges and reds and stuff that they have. You'll see more when I blow it up, but it's got some V chambers that are supposed to be good for the insulation. It's got some ridges along the side that are supposed to keep you centered in the pad. And it says it has a lifetime warranty. Now, how good that warranty is, I don't know. It's also supposed to come with a patch kit, so if you have a hole or something, you can patch it up. But I'll give it a try tonight, sleep on the cold ground with a tarp underneath us, and then I'll let you know in the morning what I thought of it, whether it was comfortable or not, and whether or not I was warm. 8 to 12 breaths is what this thing is supposed to take to fill up, so I don't know how good I am at blowing, but we'll give it a shot. See, dropping instructions on the ground. I don't know what the top or bottom it is. This is a patent pending valve. So the valve flips depending on whether you're inflating or deflating. We'll give it a try here.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 and a half.
Guessing that's blown up with a 11 and a half blows?
11 and a half blowies.
11 and a half blowies, you got your mattress blown up. I don't know how, like I'm pretty short. I'm about, what, 5'8", something like that. And it doesn't seem like it would be that great if you're a lot taller. All right, Evan's got an X-Ped mattress, so we're gonna do an on-the-fly comparison and see.
Mine is a X-Ped Sinmat Lite 5.
Significantly bigger. I'd say 6-8 inches bigger.
That's the width and height difference here. Yours is definitely lighter though.
Yeah. For me, I think this is probably going to be pretty good, especially if I decide to use it in the hammock. I usually like to sleep in the hammock without a sleeping pad. I just find it comfortable and don't usually find it worth bringing the weight. Although, there's certainly been spring trips we've been on where it's cold enough that I wish I had something underneath me. Final thoughts on what I thought about that sleeping pad last night. Really quiet. Some sleeping pads are made of a material that's pretty loud. That one, I didn't notice any sound that was, irritating or annoying, so that was nice. The side baffling panels kept me in place pretty good. I didn't find myself rolling off the sides of it, even though it's pretty narrow. The one thing I would say though is I did find that it did seem a little bit short. So if you're much taller than me, maybe 5'10", you'd be okay. But somebody who's 6 feet tall, you might want something longer. I know that some companies do make a longer one. I'm not 100% sure if Klymit does, but I would check into that. As far as insulating, I didn't notice any coldness, any dampness coming up through the ground. and it certainly did get a little bit chilly in the hot tent after the fire burnout last night, and we knew we didn't have a ton of wood left, so we didn't stoke the fire. We knew we just make do inside of our sleeping bags. So it certainly got chilly in there. My face was a little bit cold until I tucked in under the sleeping bag, but between the sleeping bag and that insulated pad, I didn't notice any cold coming up from below. So on a 4.4 R value, I think it does a pretty good job of keeping you warm. So I would definitely recommend it as far as that's concerned. But if you are a taller person, I would look into getting something that's a little bit longer, depending on your size. The width, it's very narrow, so I would look into that as well. Check out the measurements and make sure it's going to work for you. But overall, comfort, price, insulation, I really liked it. I think I'm going to get some pretty good usage out of it. Neat. Oh, well, now I just threw it on the ground. On the fly mustache comparisons.
Mine's more like Lethal Weapon. His is more dad at the beer store.
All great dads come with a great mustache. Reviewing. What's he doing behind me?
Thunderbird!
Take 3.